Yo, what's going on, guys? We're back. We're gonna be live previewing. What the fuck am I saying? We're gonna be doing a live preview for UFC 103. We're going back to the Apex, guys. We got a pretty card coming up in the Apex. We got Montana De La Hosa taking on Luana Carolina. I mean, this is gonna be an absolute banger. You can't miss this. There's no way you guys can miss this fight. I mean, I've been waiting for this for my whole life to watch Luana Carolina versus Montana De La Hosa. I'm actually kind of shocked that Johnson's fighting Temerov. Like, how is this guy fighting Temerov on the early prelims? Like, what the fuck is going on, UFC? Who the hell is like making these placements? I mean, card placements. Really, really, really terrible. I mean, by the UFC matchmakers. I mean, not terrible for making this matchup. But let me say that much. Just terrible. I mean, the card placement is just absolutely horrendous. Like Charles Johnson's on like he's actually on like a 4 or 5 win streak right now, and they got Cody Brandes on the co-main event. I mean, like, what are we fucking doing? I mean, we're probably gonna see someone get finished here, but I don't know. Like, it just doesn't make sense having that as a co-main over Johnson and Temerov. Like, kind of shocked there why that's happening. Almeida versus Danny Silva is gonna be kind of fun. I mean, also, if you guys didn't know, Dan Hooker is not fighting UFC 313 anymore. He's not sure what happened. I think he ended up pulling out. What was the reason? Does anyone know what the reason was? Hooker. Let's see. And Dan, has he said anything? Bro, he hasn't said anything, I think. Or let me see. Has Dan done an interview with anyone yet? I haven't seen him do an interview yet, so I don't really know what's going on with Dan Hooker. But there's rumors that he's not fighting. He has a broken hand. Okay, that makes more sense. Broken hand. But yeah, that card's I mean, other than Poatan and Bahamondes versus Turner is actually not a bad matchup on that card. But like other than that, like there's really not a lot of good matches on that card. Who else is it? Joshua Evans versus Ray Surya is another short notice for Ray Surya. I mean, there's been so many cancellations on the card. Let's take a look at this card. Yeah, the co-main was gonna be pretty fire. I mean, hopefully Jones Silva can take that matchup against Justin Gaethje. I don't know if they're gonna do that because John Silva's not really ranked in the top 15 yet at 155 or even 145. So I don't know if they're gonna be able to willing to do that. Maybe Moicano. They might actually do Moicano versus he's coming off losing to Makhachev. He had a pretty good win streak before that, so they might do Makhachev versus not Makhachev. I mean Hooker versus what am I saying? Justin Gaethje versus Moicano. That might be actually kind of fun. I wouldn't mind if they do that. Honestly, like I wouldn't mind at all. Let's go, brother. Let's go. What's going on, bro? Hernando. Let's fucking go, brother. We're gonna break this card down. I mean, just do a live preview, and we're gonna do polls and see who you guys are picking. Just a normal, you know. What's up, bro? How's it going? Yo, I gave out some plays for basketball earlier. The lines actually kind of got steam later. I was doing research this morning at like 4 a.m. in the morning, so I need Derek White to get 15 points. I need him to get three pointers, and I also need Jason Tatum to get eight rebounds. Hopefully those all cash. I think that fight's. I mean, not that fight. It's a game. It's a basketball game. Hopefully it goes over 226 points. I need that. So let's see how we do. But I didn't feel like sitting and watching that game. I really ever watched those basketball games. I mean, but I was up for like 4 a.m. in the morning trying to find some spots for NBA. I think Fiziev rematch against Gaethje. Rematch? Did they ever fight? I don't think they ever fought, right? Oh yeah, they did. They did fight. I forgot about that. Holy shit. They actually did fight. And it was actually a really close matchup. I mean, Fiziev, I mean, it could have gone either way. That fight could have gone either way, honestly. What's going on, brother? How you doing? I heard maybe Gamera rather see Moicano. I think it makes more sense in that matchup. I mean, Moicano is ranked in top 10. We haven't seen Fiziev in so long after that Gamera fight. Real, I lost so much money on Fiziev there, bro. Like, I had everything. Like, I had parlays with the Battle and Fiziev and like bunch of parlays ending with Fiziev and he got injured. That was like one of my worst fucking nights gambling on MMA. Welcome, my brother. How you guys doing, man? Let's go. We have a pretty good card for Apex. It's not a bad card. We got Austin Lane taking on Pinto. We got Montana De La Hosa taking on Luana Carolina. I mean, this should be fun, honestly. This should be fun. I just don't understand like why they have this fight on the early prelims. Like, why are we starting this card with this one? I mean, it's probably gonna be a banger, but like they should have had Charles Johnson as the co-main. Like, wouldn't that make more sense having Charles Johnson as a co-main? All right, guys, let's do a poll. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Man, we're only like few subscribers away from hitting 3K, so make sure you guys hit those subs. Johnson versus Timarab. Let's go. Like, this one's scary, man. I want to bet on Charles Johnson. I've been picking Charles Johnson because he's fighting the better opposition. And he could have probably said no to this guy. Like, I don't know. Like, he doesn't care, bro. Charles Johnson is an absolute savage. I mean, he's willing to take anyone, any newcomers. He doesn't give a fuck. Like, I like those guys. He's fighting every couple of months. I mean, the guy's always training, always running. He's got good cardio. I feel like with Charles Johnson, we know where we're getting with Charles Johnson. I mean, does he have the same power as Tamirov? We have seen some power from Charles Johnson. We knocked out Joshua Van. Joshua Van is like similar to Tamirov, doesn't have the same power like Tamirov, obviously, but Tamirov, like, he kind of like loads up a lot, man. I've seen him load up so much. And if Charles Johnson can avoid getting cracked early, I think he's going to be able to win this one. Just kind of scary betting it. I don't have any bets on this card just yet. I'm probably going to end up betting it later this week. But I might get to Charles Johnson, maybe like plus 5.5 or plus 3.5 in a parlay. That wouldn't be so bad. I don't know if I can see Tamirov knocking him out. Honestly, I just can't see it. I mean, Johnson is so tough and durable. Let's go. I mean, Fiziev got injured. I was cooked, bro. Like, I had every parlay. Then I put everything I had in my DraftKings account on Fiziev because like, I was so confident he's gonna win that fight. And he was actually looking okay early. Then he just he threw a kick to the body. I think it was a body kick, and he fucked up his ankle. It happens, right? It's the fight game, so obviously it happens. What's up, pick basketball locks? I mean, there's I wouldn't say there's locks, but I gave up plays in the Discord earlier. Yuri Tamira, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, he could probably win, or he's gonna have to catch him early, I feel like. Or the way he's gonna win is if he can land the better shots. Maybe like the judges will favor him because he's gonna be like throwing some big fucking hammers, and if you can like drop him, maybe that's the way he's gonna win. Yo, what's up, fam? Just subscribe. I appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. Let's go. The underdogs plus 114 Are you parlaying them? I don't ever parlay underdogs. I mean, I hardly ever parlay underdogs because you can just bet them straight up. What's going on, Bob? I'm not ignoring you. I have approximately 11,000 slips for NBA, for NHL, and bro, Lane's betting all the time. I mean, I thought I was a degen. I mean, you gotta watch it for Lane. I mean, Lane's like betting 24/7. I don't even think Lane sleeps. I mean, I've seen Lane betting in tennis. Like darts. Do you bet on darts too? I know people bet on darts and shit. Tennis. Someone was asking me in Discord to open like tennis fucking category. I was like, I'm not betting tennis. Maybe I'll open it for you guys. I want your premium picks. Yo, you can find it's only, what was it? Like, it's only $10 premium picks, guys. It's only $10. Sign up right now. Let's go. Who are you guys picking here? Let's see who the people are on. People are picking Johnson at 67%. The lines are actually closing in now. So, like, where are the lines now? Let's see. Like, we might bet on Johnson after the first round. It's just so scary betting on Johnson in the first round because I could see him, like, getting cracked early. We've seen him get cracked game maximum, so that could happen early. But I can trust Johnson surviving. I don't think he's gonna be dumbass or run away like fucking Cesar Vergara. You guys remember Cesar Vergara was running away? I don't really see him running away like that. Vergara just fucking shit. He's super mid. Johnson actually can fight. I mean, he's actually got power. He's got good cardio. He can wrestle. I don't know if he's gonna have success for taking this guy down. I mean, Tamira looks like he's really physically strong, so I don't know how much success he's gonna have taking this guy down. Let's see. Tamira looks like he fucking trains like 24/7, bro. This guy looks like a beast. And he has that fucking big jawline, right? That big jawline. The scary betting is these guys with big jawlines because you can't knock him out. I mean, you're going to have to fucking like outwork him. I mean, beat him with cardio. Look at this little fucking dude, bro. This guy looks like a beast. Look at that fucking jawline, bro. Like, scary betting is people with jawlines like that. He trains out of the same team as Shavkat Rakhmonov, by the way. What's going on, Lane? How you doing? You don't have to pay, Bob. I'm happy if my shared bets cash and we are like our bets are all free in Discord. I mean, you don't have to pay anything for Discord. Like there's people out there that's gonna charge you money for Discord and shit. It's all free. We had people like trying to fucking sell pics in Discord. It was so annoying. That's why I don't share my Discord on Twitter anymore. Guys, follow me on Twitter, by the way. I post some pretty funny content on Twitter. If you guys want to see, follow me on Twitter, and I'll probably follow you guys back right now. I bet Bahamondes at plus money. I think that's a 50-55 with Turner. More impressed with Bahamondes last fight than Turner's. That's fair. I mean, but Turner's been fighting guys that are in the top 15, right? Top 10. So like I'm picking Bahamondes because I don't trust Turner's gas tank after the first 7 minutes. He's gonna be live early if you can hurt him early. We have seen Bahamondes knocked down before. Klein was up to knock him down early. But I do lean Bahamondes because plus he has Bilal Muhammad in his corner, so they're probably gonna have a good game plan for him. Man, Johnson's always fucking fighting every couple months, so him and like Joshua Van, like they're like some of the most like active flyweights right now. Let's see, man. This guy looks like he's a fucking real deal. Guys trains like all the time. Well, I don't know what kind of cardio he has. I don't know what he's gonna look like in the later rounds if he can't get Johnson out of there. And it's not easy getting Johnson out. If he goes out there, knocks on Johnson, man, he might be getting fast tracked to the title. I could see them fast tracking him to the title if he smashes Johnson, knocks him out, or like if he's the first one to finish Johnson. But I don't know if I can predict that to happen. We haven't seen Johnson knocked out. Exactly, Lane. Let him know we have the best Discord in the game right now. And it's free. You don't have to fucking pay a penny. Pops and my picks are solid. You just gotta flip all of them. Yeah. Flip a coin. Bob, flip a coin. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna go Johnson. But yeah, this is like a 50-50 fight. I mean, so probably a better live bet spot we'll probably bet on Johnson live. I mean, we were able to cash a parlay last week. I can't believe fucking what's his name? Manyfield fight went over. I can't believe that fight went the distance. That actually pissed me off because we had two bounce back parlays in the live stream. We had Manyfield under 2.5 rounds, and we had Hernandez and Song Yadong. Then we had to make another parlay with raw point spread, and Hernandez and what was it? Song Yadong. It's like I'm still pissed off. That's like the Manyfield fight went the distance somehow. I'm probably never gonna bet on that fight ever again. Any fights Manyfield's in, I'm probably just gonna wait like the plague. I'm picking Johnson, guys. Let's go. Energy Johnson. I think you can get this one done, bro. Like, look at the guys that he's been fighting. I mean, it's not really Tamiro's fault that he hasn't fought the same level of opposition because he just made it to DFC right now. But the fact that Johnson is taking this fight and he doesn't he's ranked in top 15 and he's still taking this fight. A guy that only has one fight in the UFC, that actually shows me that he's pretty confident. I mean, and I think he's gonna be prepared. I think he's gonna have a good game plan for Tamirov. I'm picking Johnson by. I don't think he's gonna finish him. If he finishes this guy, man, that's gonna be like he's only probably a few fights away from getting a title shot. I mean, like Cops fighting Usman Bayev. They should have probably done Johnson versus Cop, right? Like I don't like Usman Bayev's undefeated, so I guess that makes more sense. But like, wouldn't it make more sense giving Johnson a title shot? I mean, or giving him that fight against Cop? I think it would make more sense. I mean, giving him that matchup because he's put in so much work over the last 2 years. Whereas like Almabayev's like, I mean, I guess he beat a top 10 ranked guy in Nicolaus or whatever. And that's a short notice for him too, by the way. Ty said I'm leaning energy with the he doesn't really wrestle though. Like that's all I'll say. Like that's one thing I have to mention. Like he doesn't really wrestle that much. So like I could see Tamirov taking him down, mixing it up. I mean, if he gets like if he has trouble closing distance on Johnson, which he might, I mean, he's gonna have to close like distance on like it. I think Johnson has like a 10-inch reach advantage over him, or something crazy like that. I mean, almost 7. Okay, he's got a 70-inch reach. I mean, this guy has 60. Like Tamirov knows how to close distance. I mean, he knows how to land early, so he's gonna be explosive early. But I'm gonna pick Johnson. I trust his durability. I think his durability is gonna hold up. And we know what Johnson's going to look like in the later rounds. I don't know what Tamir's going to look like in the later rounds when he's fighting the better guys in UFC. So yeah, we're going to go Johnson in the first one right here. I think Johnson fight is a weird matchup stylistically. How? Like, what do you mean, Lane? I mean, he does have power too. So like, Can he crack Timirov? I mean, Timirov seems like he has a pretty good chance. I don't know if he's going to be able to get him out of there. But Johnson's durable. I mean, even like Mikhaev couldn't finish him. I mean, Mikhaev has really good wrestling and submission game, and he couldn't really hold him down. I mean, he was like just spamming takedowns on Johnson. I just held him against the cage pretty much for all 15 minutes. The only guy I've seen take him down was Esteban. Esteban took him down. But Esteban has really good wrestling. Is there a one championship this week? I don't know. There's no LFA. LFA is next week. LFA is next week. There's no. I think one championship. They have one championship like every week, so we might have a one championship card this week, maybe. And what's going on? What's going on, Mimi Clips? How you doing, brother? I'm actually kind of pissed off. I didn't bet LFA last week, bro. Those everything cash so easy. LFA, man. LFA is like it's like free money every week. I'm actually kind of pissed off because the lines are so chalky and they all want to everything went according to the. I mean, all the predictions went according to plan. The winner could fight Wang Kong. Like Wang Kong. I can't believe I bet Bruno Berzo and I picked Bruno Berzo over her. Just Wang Kong is kind of a fraud. I don't think she's all that good. I mean, once he's fighting top 5, I mean, I don't think he's gonna make it to the top 5. If she finished Bruno Berzo, I'd be like, okay, she's actually really good. I mean, we see Denise Gomes finish her, we've seen other girls finish her. Like the fact he couldn't even like put her down, I don't think she's all that much. He's not good. He's got good takedown defense. Who, Johnson? His takedown defense has gotten better. I mean, but I've seen this guy get taken out like 9 times in that Esteban fight, or like 6 times in that Esteban fight, and he got taken on by other people. I mean, he was getting taken on a lot before, but it seems like he's actually kind of worked on that part of his game now, so he's actually getting better, even though he's like 34 years old or 33 years old. I mean, so Versamirov's like the younger guy, 20 years old, so he's gonna have more time in this weight class. Yeah, he has good defensive wrestling. I mean, but he can be taken on. I mean, so it wouldn't shock me if Timirov level changes and takes him down. That's probably gonna open up his striking too. So we'll see how the first round goes, and I'll probably bet on him live on the live stream. I trust Johnson to get it done. Yeah, I'm picking Johnson. I mean, but I understand all the people that are picking Timirov. I mean, he does have big power, so there's definitely an opportunity for him if he can catch him. But run away cracked. If you guys remember that Daniel Lacerda fight, this guy was running away. Who else ran away like that? I mean, there's another girl fighter that used to run away like that. I can't remember her name anymore. Chelsea Chandler. I mean, so her and Cesar Vergara, I mean, they're known for running away when they're getting cracked. So I think Johnson's gonna return fire. I don't think he's just gonna stand there and run away like Cesar Vergara. Johnson is hard to beat. I mean, he's 5-4 in the UFC, so I wouldn't say he's super hard to beat, but he's actually getting better right now. Whereas there's a lot of unknowns with Timirov for me. I feel like Johnson won't let Timirov take him down, and Johnson mix it up combinations. Yeah, I'm going Johnson here. BKFC this week should be a good card. I don't really watch BKFC. I mean, the only time I watch BKFC is when Big Ben Rothwell's fighting, because I like seeing flatline guys. I mean, the guy's got. I'm so happy for Big Ben that he's a champion now, or he's a champion now. I think in BKFC. Or I used to watch when Mike Perry fights. I mean, I don't think he's fighting in BKFC anymore, right? Didn't Connor like cut him from BKFC after he fought Jake Paul, or after he lost to Jake Paul? That's kind of crazy. So I don't really watch like BKFC every week, or like I don't keep up with it. I mean, I've never bet on BKFC, so I don't know how to even bet BKFC. Yeah, one fighting championship is 370 on Thursday. If anyone's interested, let me see what kind of card is a. What kind of card do they have? We were live for ONE FC last week. It was actually a really good card. We seen so many finishes last week too. Okay, it's Friday. I mean, this one, or no, it's not the one. This can't be the one. Is there another ONE FC? Okay, there's one Thursday, Friday, I think. Bro, not this one, right? There's no way. I don't watch those one in the morning. You know, those ones on Friday morning. I don't really care about those cards all that much. Is this one right here, or like, is there another one? Is it Thursday? I don't see one on Thursday. Isn't this the promotion that where is it? I think what's his name? The guy that lost to Grant Dawson. I can't remember his name. Doesn't he fight in this promotion? I Lost Pride. What was the name? I can't remember his name anymore. Yeah. Let's move on. I mean, let's talk about the UFC. There's not really any major MMA organization this week. All right, let's move on. We got Montana De La Hosa taking on Luana Carolina. This should be kind of fun. I mean, this should be honestly like okay. Let's look at the props. I forgot to look at the props for UFC weight. I mean, for the last fight. Honestly, like Tamira Biden might be a good play because I could see I see that fight going the distance, and I can see like Tamira winning it on the scorecards, and I can also see Johnson winning it on the scorecard. So I might just do 50-50, half a unit on each of these guys to win by decision. What's Johnson by decision? Tamira by decision plus 220. Honestly, that's not bad. I mean, I don't see him finishing Johnson. So if he does win, he's gonna win. He's gonna have to win. It's gonna be close, probably like split maybe if it goes to distance. Um, Johnson by decision. What's Johnson by decision? Johnson by submission. I mean, he was actually close to submitting. You guys remember when he was close to submitting Maxim in that third round? This guy had a ninja choke locked in. He just fucking let it go for some reason. But yeah, he's got submission skills. I mean, we haven't seen any finishes from Johnson other than that KO over Joshua Wan. So I don't know if he's going to be able to go for submission on this guy. What's Johnson by decision? Let's see. Johnson by decision is plus 200. I mean, that might be the better way of playing it. Tamira by decision plus 220. Johnson by decision plus 200. I think it's going to go the distance. Honestly, I do see this one going the distance. Even if Tamira rocks him, I can see like Johnson staying in there, and not letting him get that finish. Chelsea Chandler, right? It was Chelsea Chandler, yeah. Pick me, you're breaking up. You're breaking up. No way. Am I breaking up right now? My mic's breaking up right now. What's going on? You guys can hear me? Let me see if I can fix it. Or are you just trolling me right now, Bob? Let's see. Yo, okay, you guys can hear me. There we go. My mic was far away. Okay, that should be better now. One Friday fights, they are fighting for contracts, so similar to I don't watch those. I watched like a few of those, and I don't like watching. There's like the fights aren't boring. I'm not saying the fights are boring, but like I don't know any of those guys that are fighting on Friday morning. What's fight go the distance? Let's see. I think it's favored to go the distance too. Minus 170 for fight go the distance. I think it's gonna go the distance. I honestly see this one going the distance. I mean, it's one thing finishing Cesar Vergara. Like, I don't see him finishing Johnson. He's gonna have to do it in the first round. He's from Kazakhstan, Larry, and he wrestles a lot, ground and pounds. But I agree, Johnson just isn't. I mean, we've seen these Kazakh guys. He's out of the same team as Shavkat Rakhmonov. He trains out of the same team as Shavkat Rakhmonov, so he's gonna have to land some big bombs early and get him out of there. But Johnson's so tough, man. I could see him just surviving, and I can see Johnson winning the second, third round. It's gonna be close, probably split. Not sure if the UFC wants Tamir to win or do they want Johnson to win. Probably like they probably want Tamir to win, right? I mean, the fact they're giving Johnson this matchup, I mean, the guy that only has one win in the UFC, kind of tells me they want Tamir to win because he has knockout power. They probably want to build guys up from that reason. Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan. I think it's from Uzbekistan, right? He's actually from Uzbekistan. All right, let's move on, guys. So the people picked Johnson at 61% and Tamirov at 39%. We got Montana De La Hosa taking on Luana Carolina. I think Montana's kind of cute. What do you guys think in the chat? I think she's kind of a cutie. Hosa versus Carolina. Carolina. I mean, this is probably a bathroom break. Let's be honest. I don't think anyone's finishing this fight. So if you guys want to play a parlay, the first fight to go the distance and this fight to go the distance, I think they're both gonna go the distance. So you can probably get plus money on that. What is that? Let me see. If we can parlay that. What's that? I might do that parlay. The first fight to go the distance and this one to go the distance. This one's like minus 400, I think, to go the distance. Where is it? Fight goes the distance, minus 400. Yeah, it was minus 400. I knew it's gonna be minus 400. Or you can do the over. Fight goes the distance minus. So minus 104 for that 2-leg parlay. Honestly, not bad. I mean, I see that one cashing. I think the Johnson. I mean, a lot of these flyweight matches they go the distance. So I see I see both of these going the distance at a pretty high probability, and you can cash in early. I mean, on the night, or you can do maybe Johnson plus 3.5, but it's like minus 200. I don't know. That's worth it. Amabev, you're going Amabev. I thought you were going Johnson tie. Yeah, I mean, does he have cake? Let's check it out. Carol Hossa, Montana De La Hosa. There's so many Hosas in UFC. I mean, Carol Hossa, Montana De La Hosa. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it's cute or what? Doesn't she have a sister too that looks just like her? Or is that her daughter? I can't really tell. She still looks kind of fine. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, is there a sister? Or is that her daughter? Oh, that's her daughter. Okay, fuck. Might get canceled. I don't know if she's young. She might be fucking too young. I think she's kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie. I think she's kind of cute. Cake. Not Thai. He's from Uzbekistan. Yeah, he's from Uzbekistan. I think Shavkat's from Tajikistan. But they train at the same team. At least we got a low cake on fights where I can go smoke weed and during. Luena plus by points is plus money. Yeah, I seen that plus 100. Honestly, I like that. I don't see her finishing Montana. Montana is really tough. Luena and over 2.5 rounds is moving on. Yeah. I mean, that's the way I see this one going. We don't really need a big breakdown for this one. But Luina's actually look good. I bet her over Pudilova. Pudilova is fucking terrible, though. I mean, this is probably going to be a tougher matchup than Pudilova. Pudilova's shit. So is Julia Stenko. She's terrible. Ivana Petrovic. I actually picked her last 3 fights. I picked her over Petrovic as plus 195 underdog. We took her over. No, did I take her Stoliarenko? I think I picked Julia Stoliarenko because I was like, maybe she can submit her early. Yeah, I did pick Stoliarenko over her. Then I picked her over Lucy Pudilova. So I'm done okay picking her fights. And even in this one, she wasn't looking terrible against Molly McCann. And Molly McCann just happened to land that spinning back fist because I think it was 1-1 heading into that third round. What was it? I think it was 1-1, right? It was that third round. So it was like 1-1. So you could have honestly won that fight if you didn't eat that spinning back fist. Whereas Montana, like, she's going to need takedowns to win. And I don't think she's getting takedowns. She might get takedowns early, but I think Carolina's takedown defense has gotten better. So I'm going to go Montana. I'm going to go Carolina by probably a split. I'm going to call it a split. I mean, I see this one going to split. I don't think it's going to be unanimous. I think Montana's going to have some success and it's going to be close. And I think Carolina's going to outland her, land more volume, and she's going to win. So she's training out of the same team as Lucas Monero. You guys, we've seen Talison Teixeira. I mean, we've seen a women's MMA fighter in LFA. Danny Silva look really good. I mean, the takedown defense is really good. So I think her takedown defense is going to hold up. I mean, I don't really find Carolina hot. I mean, if you guys are wondering that. Montana is definitely the one that looks better. I think her takedown defense is going to be fine. I mean, she's training over there. I mean, Lucas Monero, they have good takedown defense. And he's actually a pretty underrated coach. See, I'm going to go Montana. I'm going to go Carolina by split. All right, we got Lucas Almeida taking on Danny Silva. This should be fun, honestly. Danny Silva's fighting out of that Cub Swanson team. So these guys, all are betting on these guys from Cub Swanson, and they've been making us money the past few fights. Uzbekis are on a KO streak this year. Guskov, KO, Ruziboyev, KO, Timirov, KO. So you think he's going to knock out Johnson? I don't know if I see it, brother. But if he's going to have to be the first one. If he goes out there and knocks out Johnson, I mean, he's going to put his name on the map for sure. But I don't know if I see it. The Basharati, yeah, bro. I think you're the one asking for that, right? So I had to make it for you. We have so many emojis in the Discord, guys. Join the fucking Discord. It's absolutely crazy. Montana by submission. I don't see her submitting Carolina. I mean, Lipsky was able to do it like years ago. I mean, but I don't see it anymore. She's gonna finish her. It's gonna have to be like ground and pound, elbows. That's the way I see finishing. If there's a finish, Montana does have more finishing upside than Carolina. I'll say that much. What's going on, Andrew? How you doing, brother? Let's do the poll for this one. So you guys are picking Carolina 73% for the last fight. Silva versus Almeida. Isn't AJ picking Almeida? Or is he? I think he's picking Almeida, right? He's just been doing pretty well in underdog picks the past few weeks, but I don't think he's gonna get this one right. I think Danny Silva is gonna be he's gonna be fine, man. He has a better durability, he has a better cardio than Almeida, and I don't think he's gonna just stay on the outside and let Almeida just piece him up like Timothy Kwamba did. Timothy Kwamba, I mean, he was okay. He looked okay against what was it? Who's that guy that from Balazioki? Yeah, it was Balazioki. So he had a close fight. Balazioki. That's why people are like, oh, Timothy Kwamba's gonna win this. I was actually saying Timothy Kwamba's gonna beat Lucas Almeida. So I was like, well, I was one of those people, but I didn't bet him there. Thank God I didn't bet him because he looked fucking terrible. Almeida's got good striking. I mean, he's not a bad striker. He was able to rock. Who was it? Almeida, Joe Huber. Yeah, he was able to rock Joe Huber at 155 on Dana White contender. So the guy's got power. I mean, he's not terrible. But yeah, he does slow down, and we've seen him knocked down a few times now. I mean, Trajano was up to knock him down. Andre Fili knocked him out in the first round. I mean, that's not really a good sign, getting knocked out by Andre Fili. We just seen how terrible Andre Fili looked last week. I mean, the guy looked terrible. I think Danny Silva's gonna have the better chain. He's gonna have the better cardio. Also, he's gonna have the grappling upside. He can level chain, take him down. On the feet, he's gotta be careful because he is pretty hittable. So, but I trust his chain. And I think I'm probably gonna end up parlaying Danny Silva later this week. So I'm picking Danny Silva here, and I think he's gonna get this one done. Probably I'm gonna say TKO. I think he came close to knocking out Pacheco in the first round, and he came close to knocking up Kuleba here at Kuleba in the first or second round. Almost had him in a submission. I think he can finish Almeida, man. Almeida's been finished 2 of his 3 losses. I mean, getting subbed by Pat Sabatini is not bad, right? I did pick that we picked Pat Sabatini over Pierce, I think, recently. So I know how good Pat Sabatini's dropping is. But getting finished by Andre Fili in the first round, not really a good sign. And even though Andre Fili has good striking, I mean, he hasn't really put away anyone like that. I mean, I haven't seen him knock at anyone like that in a long time. Join the fucking Discord, man. I mean, it's up to people if you want to join it. It's free, so like I'm not trying to fucking sell you guys anything. Yeah, we have a really good Discord though. I'm in a moody mood this week. What does that even mean, Andrew? Rigo's grooming himself, bro. You're obsessed with Rigo, Andrew. You can't stop talking about Rigo. I mean, I feel like secretly you love the guy, man. It's okay, Andrew. It's okay if you love him. Well, like every time I see you in here, bro, you're always talking about Rigo. I mean, you're so obsessed with the guy. Looks like to me. Or Andrew and Rigo be grooming all of them, young men. Yeah, I don't fucking care about all that shit. But yeah, I don't even give a fuck. I don't hang out. I don't watch a channel or like content anymore because that shit's super weird. Let's not get into that, but let's look at the odds now for this one. Danny Silva minus 220. You actually open up at even money. So like anyone that got even money or close on Danny Silva, like you're sitting pretty right now. You're just chilling now. You don't even need to be worried at all because you beat a ton of line movement on that one. Fight ends inside this is minus 140. I might actually that's not bad. I don't see this one going to distance. I think Danny Silva's too hittable, and so is Almeida. And I can also see Danny Silva catching him in a submission on the ground. Or it's gonna be one of those fights where they're both gonna strike, and I think one of them is gonna be finished. So I favor Danny Silva finishing him. What's Danny Silva ITD? I mean, I think fight doesn't go the distance a better play than playing either one of these guys by ITD. Almeida by ITD minus 225. Silva by ITD plus 160. I think fight doesn't go distance is probably a better spot than playing either one of those guys by finish. But I favor Danny Silva getting the finish there. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of those spammers. Almeida is so weak he should lose. How, bro? How's the guy weak? I mean, he's fighting UFC competition. I don't think he's weak. Oh, I don't care about okay, I mean, you're talking about it, so I would probably I don't know if I agree with that. Bro, what happened to Ibu Aslan? Bro, I mean, it is what it is, right? It's the fight game. I mean, he got he got folded. I mean, doesn't have much ground game. And I had a parlay with him and who was it? It was him and Hernandez, and we had to make another parlay on the main card to make our money back, which we were able to make our money back eventually. Yeah, I had a parlay with him. Let me see if I can find it here. I mean, it was yeah, it was this one right here. So like, shit, where was it? Yeah, it was this one right here. It was Aslan and Hernandez. I actually got Aslan at like minus 140. So like I beat some line movement there, but it really didn't pay off at the end. But we were able to cash those fun on the live stream. So make sure you guys, I'm probably gonna play some parlays on live stream this week. So make sure you guys hang out with us on the live stream. We make some pretty good parlays. I mean, on the live streams, we had another one which is the under 2.5 rounds in the Manyfield fight, and they actually went over somehow. Crazy. I mean, because Walker just didn't want to fucking finish him. That actually kind of pissed me off for some reason. The fact that he was hurting Alonso and he's trying to shoot takedowns, spamming takedowns for no fucking reason at all. Like, why would you do that, Walker? But it was his debut, so I guess it happens. But like, come on, you gotta have better fight IQ than that, Walker. And I actually picked Walker. It wasn't even a bad pick because it was a split. So like, I don't think it was a bad pick on Walker. But the guy just has. I mean, he's only been doing MMA for 2 years, so I guess we can cut him a break, right? We can cut him a break. True with the Almeida. I missed the Pinto pick, but he's most definitely taking Lane down. I don't think he's gonna take Lane down. I mean, he could probably wrestle him, but I feel like he's gonna knock him out. I mean, Lane's too hittable. If Tafa can knock you out, I mean, Pinto's way better than Tafa, levels above Tafa. Guys, my pick is this Danny Silva. So I'm picking Danny Silva and ITD plus 160. But I think the fight doesn't go distance, probably even safer than playing either one of these guys by finish. Like plus 160 for Silva by ITD, but maybe FanDuel's gonna give plus 200. I think FanDuel later tomorrow they drop the props tomorrow on Wednesday, so I'm gonna look at those and then play. Maybe if it's like plus 200 for Danny Silva by ITD, I'm probably gonna play that. But like if it's not, if it's like plus 150, plus 150, and then I'm probably gonna play fighters and go to distance in a parlay. So I can see this one ending inside the distance. And Danny Silva has power, and he's also can wrestle and grapple. And Almeida has power too. So and he's been finished in 2 of his 3 losses. So I favor this one going under 2.5 rounds. What's the under 2.5 rounds? Under 2.5 rounds plus one? No, that's under 1.5 rounds. Okay. I was like plus 155 for the under 2.5 rounds. That was gonna be a pretty good spot. But yeah, it's actually plus 155 for the under 1.5 rounds. And I wouldn't play the under. Under 1.5 rounds is too scary. I feel like playing the under 1.5. Because I could see it going over 1.5 rounds. I think fight ends into distance probably the better play here than anything else. All right, guys, let's move on. We got Andrea KCB Lee taking on JJ Ultrich. I mean, how the hell is Andrea Lee still in the UFC? I mean, he's on that Tony Ferguson run right now. How many losses does he have in a row? Let's see. I mean, it's got to be too many at this point, right? Holy shit. What are we doing, UFC? What the fuck are we doing, UFC? Seriously. Half of our losses are split. I mean, so like that's a red flag right there. Why you shouldn't be betting this fight in the first place. But this is actually a rematch. They fought. Didn't they fight each other? Like, am I tripping? I thought they fought each other before. JJ Ultrich. Damn, it's actually not a rematch. Or is it a rematch? No, they didn't fight before. In my breakdown, I thought they actually fought each other before, but apparently not. Yeah, they didn't fight before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's got 5 losses in a row, man. Like, what are we doing right now, UFC? Andrew Lee has lost 5 in a row. Bob, you're wrong. Not 4, 5 in a row. I think it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, this one could have gone either way. The Macy Barber fight, if you go back and watch the fight, which I'm not going to do because I don't give a fuck about the fight. But, like, I remember this one because I bet on Barber, and I don't think he won that fight. He's actually getting taken on by Andrew Lee, getting outstruck at range. But they gave it to Macy Barber, obviously. And I mean, losing to Silva is okay. Losing to Araujo is okay. But, like, 5 losses in a row, I mean, I just can't pick you. But, like, I wouldn't bet him JJ Ultrich either. I mean, this is just one of those fights. I mean, it's probably going to be a split. So maybe fight ends by split. I mean, this one, you can parlay these 2 fights. So these Domizme fights end by split. I could see it going like that. But if JJ does wrestle, so he's probably going to win. It's just hard trusting JJ at minus 200. Like, her last fight, I mean, was a red flag. Like, she didn't really wrestle when she should have. When she did wrestle, she got easy takedowns on Hardy. in the third round, and now it was by then it was too late going for takedowns on Hardy. Like, why not shoot takedowns in the first round, JJ? So like her fight IQ is not really something you can rely on. And beating Montana De La Hosta, I mean, good luck, I guess. But Na Liang, bro, where's Na Liang? Is he still in the UFC? Let's see if Na Liang's still in the UFC. How many losses does Na Liang have? So you got to win. Na Liang's back in the win column. Look, see, beat a girl that's in 7-8, 7-9 now. What the fuck are we doing? Calf slicer. Where's he fighting? So he's fighting in JCK in China. What the fuck? Na Liang is actually fun. I actually miss her. I mean, her first round, she's like first round or bust. If Na Liang can't finish you in the first round, she's probably gonna lose. And she never really could finish anyone in the first round in the UFC. I mean, she did finish her. I did pick her by second on KO there, over Na Liang. So I guess that's. I mean, I think everyone finished Na Liang though. Everyone's finished Na Liang. Yeah, she's been finished like 7 times. I don't think she's finishing Andrea Lee, so it's probably gonna go the distance. I think the over. I think the over is a good parlay piece. Even at -500, I see this one going the distance. I don't see JJ finishing her, and I don't see Andrea Lee finishing her. -550 for the over now. What the fuck? I don't know. That seems kind of wide. I mean, but I do see this. I do see this one going the distance. -500 for fight goes the distance. -450 on Bebe. What the fuck? I mean, they don't want people making any money on the over. I still think it goes over. I still think it goes over 2.5 rounds and it goes the distance. I mean, I see both these ultimate fights going the distance either way. I don't think Andre Lee's finishing, and I don't see JJ finishing her either. All right, let's move on, guys. Yeah, do not bet on JJ at -200. I mean, it's not worth it. We got Sexy Mexi Castaneda taking on Douglas De Silva, Andrade. This should be kind of fun. I mean, I'm actually kind of pumped for this one. If you guys watched Castaneda's fight with Daniel Santos, one of the best fights I've seen at 135, honestly. It was an absolute war. And he almost had Daniel Santos out of there in the first, like, almost had him knocked out. I mean, a couple of times in the first, like, round and a half. But then he gassed himself out trying to get him out of there. And Daniel Santos had Do Bronx in his corner. Let's do the poll for this one, first of all. This one's going to be fun. I'm actually looking forward to this one. The people are picking, okay, you guys are picking Silva. I didn't do a poll for Andre Lee. Who gives a fuck? I mean, about that one anyways. Why do they wait so long to put out prop bets? For DraftKings, I mean, if you have Bet Online, which Bet Online's like, normally you have to like bet it right away on props because the money comes in right away. So like you gotta wait till like on FanDuel, they drop the props on like Wednesday, I think Wednesday night. And DraftKings, they normally drop the props on like Thursday or Friday for DraftKings. I mean, sometimes they do it early for pay-per-views, but for FanDuel, they normally do it Wednesday. So probably gonna be tomorrow. But yeah, Bet Online, they drop the props on like Monday, I think Monday, and they drop the totals on Sunday. So you gotta have Bet Online. All right, let's do this one. Andrade is almost 40 years old now. Castaneda is 33 years old. I mean, so both these guys are getting up there in age now. But Castaneda's looked okay. I mean, he could be he could be 4-1 his last 5 fights. If you guys go back and watch that Santos fight, he almost finished him in the first round. He almost had him knocked out. I mean, Santos is so fucking tough though. Like, the guy just survived somehow. And I don't think Santos has ever been finished before. And he gassed himself out. I mean, that's the only reason he was finished too, because he gassed out. I mean, yeah, Santos never been finished ever. Even Julio Arce couldn't finish him. I mean, Julio Arce has really good striking. And Castaneda dropped him with the left high kick over and over. I mean, he could just, like, Santos just couldn't see that left high kick coming. So I could see him landing something like that on Andrade. Andrade is almost pushing 40 now, so. And his last fight just wasn't a good luck. It was just one of the worst fights I've seen against Mile Johns. I really hope that Mile Johns leaves the UFC soon. I don't like the guy. He's so fucking boring to watch, man. Mile Johns is like another fucking NPC that can't finish anyone in the UFC. He finished. Who the hell did he finish? Oh, it was a doctor's office. Okay, Kevin Natividad. And he finished. What the fuck? Did he finish anyone else? Who else did he finish in the UFC? Oh, he finished under Dos Santos. Oh my god, yeah. I don't like Miles Jones. I mean, we made money fading his brother in LFA. Like a few weeks ago in LFA. He got absolutely brutalized. I mean, so hopefully Miles Johns comes back and they give him someone like maybe Peyton Talbot. Hopefully they give him Peyton Talbot so we can see him getting knocked out. I'm not really a big fan of Miles Johns. And it was just a terrible, terrible matchup. I mean, we actually bet on the over 2.5 rounds, which was easy money, but just a horrible fight to watch overall. Yeah, Don Drud just didn't really do anything in that matchup. I mean, and I think he threw like 30 strikes in that, like over the course of 50 minutes. If he fights like that, I mean, I don't really favor him beating Castaneda here. Gun to my head, I got Andrade, but Lord, this is gonna be horrible. I think Castaneda is gonna just outwork him. He's actually beat some okay guys. I mean, he was beating Willie Casantos obviously before he got fucking gassed, and he beat Muin Gafra. Muin Gafra took the fight on short notice, to be fair, but still beat Muin Gafra. And he finished Miles Johns, and he just broke Miles Johns with the forward pressure. And I think he's gonna break Andrade. I mean, Andrade almost was finished by Stamen. I mean, Stamen can't fucking fight. He's terrible, and yeah, I don't think he's got enough. When he had him fucking hurt bad in the second, third round. I'm picking Castaneda by decision. I don't know if he's gonna be able to put him out of there. Andrade is really tough to really get him out of there, but yeah, I'm gonna favor him by probably by decision. So yeah, it's gonna be the pick. Shave your head. I'm not shaving my head, bro. Cheers, brother. What's going on, Dana Blanco? How you doing this night, bro? It's Tuesday right now, right? It's Tuesday, yeah. Gun. Are you actually betting on what's his name? DeAndrade? I don't think he has it anymore. I mean, he hasn't looked good in a while. And he's almost 40 years old. I mean, but we just seen Rob Font go out there and win at 40 years old, so maybe he can fucking do it. But I don't really favor him doing it here. 29. He's actually not bad. I mean, he's only lost to some guys like Mal Jones, Nurmagomedov, Leonard Murphy, Peter Yan, Rob Font. So like he's only lost to some pretty decent guys, but that Mal Jones fight just wasn't a good look because he couldn't win a single round in that matchup. And Miles Johns is barely throws any I'd put either. So I think Johns is gonna actually Castaneda is actually gonna throw more volume. He can also wrestle if he needs to. And I haven't seen Andrade put anyone away in a while, so I don't see him putting away Castaneda. Hit the like button, guys, for the Savage pick. I'm hitting at above 85%. Trust the profit. Let's fucking go, brother. Let's go. Appreciate that, man. That's what Dina said. Yo, what's going on, DK? How you doing, brother? How you doing? How's NBA games going right now? How's my props looking? Celtics. Let me see. I almost forgot about that. Celtics versus Raptors. Is that game not on right now? Should be on by now, right? Isn't it starting at? Wasn't it supposed to start at 7 p.m.? Okay, I'll probably check it out later. Yeah, what's the live score right now for this game? I can't see it. I mean, someone let me know like how the props are looking right now. All right, let's move on. Let's look at the props. I mean, the lines. Castaneda is coming in at minus 275, and the line's kind of getting up there now. Minus 300 for Castaneda. It's kind of wide. I mean, let's be honest. But yeah, he's still in his prime. I mean, losing to Marcos is not bad at all. We bet on Marcos there, which is not bad. We had a parlay Marcos, Amavov, and Klein. That was like plus 400 parlay that we cashed on that card. Minus 275. Yeah, the line's getting kind of crazy now. Most Castaneda by maybe third round or decision for Castaneda when they open the props on DraftKings or like FanDuel. I might play that third rounder decision for Castaneda because that might be like minus 120, minus 130 ish. Money lines like just seems kind of crazy now. Is Derek White doing good right now? Let's fucking go, man. Let's go. I need him to get 15 points. I need him to get three pointers, and I need Tatum to get 8 rebounds. I think he's gonna do okay. Celtics 65, 66, and 54 right now. Is it halftime right now or like what? So I need him to get over 226 points. And those are the plays that I gave you guys in Discord. The Celtics parlay on its way to hitting. Let's fucking go. Love to hear that, man. I was doing research like in the 4 a.m. in the morning, trying to find plays for NBA today. All right, let's move on. We got Ricardo Ramos taking on Chepe Mariscal. This should be fun, honestly. This should be a fun matchup. Chepe is coming in at minus 500. I mean, so I knew after that last few fights that it's gonna be hard to find Chepe at minus 200 anymore. After that Damon Jackson fight, he actually finished Damon Jackson like 10 times in that fight. And Jason Herzog just didn't want to stop the fight for some reason, which is crazy. I don't know. He actually like took some years away from Damon Jackson's fucking life. They should have finished him though. They should have finished him. Yeah, Tatum was like the 8 rebounds was plus money this morning at like 4 a.m. in the morning. And they actually like money came in and then it was like minus 200 in the evening when I fucking saw it after. So like you gotta put your bets in like in the morning at like 4 or 5 in the morning because like people start betting it like during the day. I feel like for NBA, even like Derek White plus 15 points was like plus 100, and later it was like minus 115 I think or like minus 120. So let's do this one: Ramos versus Chepe Mariscal. I'm picking Chepe. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna go Chepe here. I don't think Ramos is. I don't think Ramos is gonna be able to beat him by decision. So he's gonna have to finish him, and he's gonna have to knock him out in the first round. I mean, can he knock him out in the first round? We have seen Chepe knocked out before, but yeah, his durability has held up and in the UFC run. So like, we haven't seen anyone put him away in the UFC. The only guys that put him away was Brito, Steve Garcia. That Steve Garcia fight was early stoppage. I mean, they shouldn't have stopped the fight. He was still defending himself pretty well. Steve Garcia took him down, was landing some pretty nasty elbows in that fight, to be fair, but I don't think that should have been stopped. Steve Chepe was still in there fighting, and he got knocked out by another guy back in the day. I mean, that used to be really good. We haven't seen him in a long time. Gregor Gillespie, yeah, Gregor Gillespie. Where's this guy been? Anyone know where this guy's been? This guy just fucking went off the radar. He was actually really, really, really fucking good. He's the guy that got head kicked by Kevin Lee back in the day. I mean, that was insane. Then he beat Diego Ferreira in the first round. I mean, he was actually getting his ass whipped by Diego Ferreira. Then he came back and he fucking outlost Diego Ferreira, put it on him. So I miss Gillespie. I mean, hopefully, I don't think he's going to come back, though. He's almost 40 now. So I don't know what happened to this guy. Yeah, the only guys that have knocked him out, I mean, Steve Garcia, Brito, and Gillespie. I mean, all UFC level fighters. He fought Mitchell. He beat Yusuf Jalal. He beat Darion Douglas. We made money on this guy, bro. We made like 5 minutes on this guy, Darion Douglas, over Miles Johnson's brother. This one right here, easy money on that one. I called a second on KO2. The under 4.5 rounds, I'm actually kind of pissed off that I didn't play the under 4.5 rounds. It's like minus 150 or minus 120, I think, the under 4.5 rounds. This was such an easy money, bro. Like this, I'm so fucking happy in this one. We made some easy money in this one. So hopefully I'm gonna look for some plays for LFA next week. We don't have LFA this week. Look, let me see if I can find it for you guys. Easy money on this one, man. I gave this out on Discord too. Derek Liger Douglas. I bet him at minus plus 125. Then I bet him at plus 225 and plus 124 on draft. Then I bet him at plus 150 after because I seen the line going the other way. Easy fucking money fading Miles Johnson's brother, Eliza Johns. This bum. He's so fucking bad, bro. He's actually just bad as bad as his brother Miles Johns at fighting. I was so happy to see him get knocked the fuck out. So like, yeah, he subbed Larian Douglas in the first round. I mean, so like, Douglas is a tough fucking odd man. I mean, so doing that Douglas is not a bad look. I'm gonna pick him by submission. I could just see him landing some big bombs on Ramos and Ramos shooting in for takedowns and getting guillotined or like maybe arm triangled. So I'm picking Chepe to finish him by probably submission, maybe even a knockout. I mean, you guys are going Ramos. I don't think he's winning this one, Luis. I don't think he's winning this one. This one's gonna be easy money for Chepe. The way Ramos is gonna have to win is gonna have to take him down or like hold him for 15 minutes, and we haven't seen anyone do that to Chepe in the UFC. And Chepe Mariscal's a lock. I mean, he's minus 500, so like I can't be. I mean, he's a lock, I guess, but probably a better live bet because I could see Ramos winning, maybe doing okay in the first round. Because he's got good skills. I mean, the guy's not terrible. He knocked out Jahabi right back in the day. spinning back fist. The guy's not completely horrible. Yeah, he knocked out Jahabi in the third round. Then and he was actually doing okay in that Julian Rosa fight. I almost had him knocked out early. Then he just shot into the takedown and got guillotined. Same thing in Charles Jourdain. He just had terrible fight IQ overall. And the Kulibov fight, I don't think he won that Kulibov fight. I mean, he couldn't even stand on his legs, and he was like pulling guard. Bro, Chepe is gonna run through this guy, man. He's gonna finish him. I'm picking Chepe to finish him. Probably like a first or second on finish. Maybe submission or maybe KO. Damon Jackson is tough, man. I mean, he should have finished. They should have stopped the fight. I can't believe they didn't stop the fucking fight there for some reason. Casey said I like betting LFA. Have you gotta get on lines early. Yeah, last week I didn't bet LFA. I mean, the lines were so juiced, and I didn't like. I gave out some plays like in the Discord. I mean, was it Discord or like I think I gave out Discord. No, I gave out some plays to someone. It was who was I can't remember who it was, but like I didn't bet it myself last week because the lines were so chalky. And then I was gonna bet Fumi, but over 2.5 rounds in that one, and the over 2.5 rounds in that Taylor fight, and that actually went over 1.5 rounds. I mean, the line was set at 1.5, but I just couldn't get myself to parlay. Like I was gonna parlay like 4 legs to get plus money, and I don't like doing 4 legs to get barely get plus money. I feel like you're taking too much risk when you're trying to parlay 4 legs to barely get plus money, or like 5 legs to get plus money. Next week, I think next week's gonna be better card for LFA. I think the fights are gonna be closer overall than. It's not going to be as wide, I feel like, next week. If anything, I see this fight going over 2.5 rounds. I don't know if I see it. I mean, as long as maybe if Jason Herzog's in there, he might just not stop the fight if Marisco is beating the shit out of him, maybe. Because he was in there for that Damon Jackson fight, and he just didn't want to stop the fight. I was so pissed off, man. I had the under and had Chepe by KO, and he just didn't want to fucking stop the fight. It actually pissed me off. Chepe is gonna win, guys. He's gonna win. He's not losing this to Ramos. Ramos better hope he knocks him out in the first round, or he's gonna lose this fight. All right, guys. We got Danny Barlow taking on Sam Patterson. I know people like Sam Patterson this week, and man, I've seen a lot of love for Sam Patterson this week, and I kind of get him. And the lines are kind of crazy, and Barlow hasn't looked good. And I mean, he's beaten guys that are like Kunlin, who's not in the UFC anymore. He beat Fahim Forrest, who just got finished by some bum in LFA, or like I think it's Cage for UFC. But styles make fights, right? I mean, Patterson, he's been chinned so much, man. I mean, he's been chinned in the first round by guys at 155. I'm not picking Patterson. I'll tell you guys right now. I'm not picking fucking Patterson here. I think Barlow's gonna find that chin. And Barlow can wrestle too. I don't think anyone's taken. I mean, Barlow's been taken on in reasonable maybe before he made it to the UFC, but I haven't seen anyone, hasn't really fought anyone that can like grapple like Patterson. Patterson can grapple, but do I trust his wrestling taking on Barlow early? Not really. I don't trust his wrestling. His grappling is slick though. Like he's got slick back takes, and he can lock in submission pretty quick. He's got nasty guillotines and ninja chokes and shit like that, right? Like he's not bad. I mean, he's beat some okay guys also the UFC. Like Kamil Magomedov. I mean, finishing Kamil Magomedov is not bad, honestly, in Brave CF. I know who this guy is. He's from Bahrain. I mean, he's actually not that bad. I mean, so like other guys I beat him, but finishing him is pretty good luck. So like he's got good jiu-jitsu. So if you can get Barlow to the mat, he's gonna have a chance to maybe lock something up. On the feet, I don't think he has enough power to put away Barlow. And Barlow's going to have big power. And I'm picking Barlow by KO. It's easy fucking read here. Barlow KO. Don't overthink it. A cop is a lock. We'll see. We'll talk about the cop fight later. Barlow KO. I'm picking Barlow KO. I know he's just picking Patterson. Maybe he sees something in Patterson that I'm not seeing in Patterson right now. But like, bro. Let's see. Patterson. I don't know if I can. I'm not picking Patterson. I can just see him getting chinned by Barlow. Now Barlow is kind of overrated though. I think his technique's not really all that clean. He's got power and he can swing. He can take a shot. His chin's actually a lot better than Patterson. But like, I don't think Patterson has a chin like Vertenikov. Vertenikov is not easy to finish if you can take him down. I mean, I will watch you fight one day, Mr. Paku. Let's fucking go Paku now. So what's going on, Paku? Yeah, I'm picking Barlow. Barlow KO is my pick. Who you picking here, Paku? Give us your pick on this one. I don't see what the fuck is up with the Sam Patterson pick for some reason. I mean, he lost to Vertenikov, right? I mean, Vertenikov just got demolished by Page's fucking boyfriend. You guys seen what? Well, you guys seen this shit? Let me see if I can pull it up here, bro. Page's boyfriend is such a fucking cuck. Can you guys hear this?
Team and never let
What
any
the
of the
fuck,
outside
bro?
noise get in or creep in on our
Dude, let me know if you guys
relationship.
can hear this.
This might sound really weird, but I've
Look
never
at my
been jealous
commentary. I have
of
to leave a comment.
anything, you know,
Bro, this guy is
of
such a
her,
fucking
of
cuck.
you know, people
Like,
seeing
if that's your
pictures
girl,
of
man, how do you
her,
let your girl do that shit?
the position, the opportunity she gets. I've never been jealous, and vice versa. She's, you know,
I mean,
never
whatever, fair
jealous
play,
with
I
me,
guess.
and we just understand each other so much, and we trust each other so much that it's just built this bond.
Barlow, yeah,
Going
I'm going
into a
Barlow.
fight Friday night, you know,
Yeah, I
we're
mean, this
one
guy's
sleep
crazy.
away
I mean,
from
he
the
can fight
weigh-ins
though. He
and
definitely
or
can
from the
fight.
fight.
And that's
And the
crazy that
only
he
thing
actually
in the
doesn't give a
world I
fuck about
wanted
his
was
girl.
just to have my
Like some of
hand
the other
touching my
guys out
wife,
there.
and you know, just having her right
I
next
wonder
to
how
me
much
and stuff.
money is
I
he
never
making for him.
expect to be bigger than Paige.
He knocked out Felipe Silva. Okay, he's not knocking out Barlow. I mean, if he knocks out Barlow, I'd be like, okay, that's gonna be crazy. But I don't see him knocking out Barlow. He's gonna have to grapple, and I don't see him getting takedowns early. He's gonna get, if he gets takedowns, probably gonna be later in the second round, maybe. If you can get Barlow, maybe Barlow makes a mistake over swings, maybe then he can catch him. But I'm going Barlow KO. I think Barlow. I mean, even Morales kind of struggled with Vertenikov on the field. Vertenikov can strike, even though he can't really defend a takedown. We just seen that. I mean, let's see what the odds are for this one. Barlow minus 285 and under 1.5 rounds minus 120. I think it goes under 1.5 rounds. Either like Patterson gets the grappling going and he finds a submission, or Barlow knocks him out. Barlow by KO minus 135. I think it probably goes under 1.5 rounds. That's probably a better spot than betting Barlow by KO. Honestly, Barlow by KO is not bad. I might throw that in a long shot. Picking Barlow to find a KO on Patterson. All right, guys, we got William Gomis taking on Hyder Mill. Man, I'm kind of disappointed they made this matchup because I can just see. I want to see Hyder Mill win, but I don't know if I can see it because Gomis has a really good style to just kind of frustrate you at range. He makes you miss a lot. I mean, I've seen that if you go run his tape, he makes people miss a lot. I mean, he's hardly ever taking clean power shots. I mean, to the face. And Mill's gonna have to like pressure him back against the fence. That's where he can do really well. He can throw like long combinations and maybe land one of those power shots on Gomis, but I don't know if I can see it. Like we picked Mill over the Korean Tiger. I mean, we bet him there. Like only bet half unit. I think only bet half unit there on him at like plus 200. Then Fernie Garcia had a prop for Hyder Mill to win in the third round, but Mark Smith just stopped the fight early there. But he was actually breaking Fernie Garcia, who's actually a former 145er, 135er, I mean. But yeah, I think Gomis is going to be fine, man. He's only lost to some of the best guys. Like, Saladin's actually really good. He's one of the best guys in KSW right now. He lost to Morgan Sharia. We know how good Morgan Sharia is. I mean, so he hasn't lost a fight since 2016. He just beat Brito, man. Brito has a really similar style to Hyder Mill. I think Brito's like more dangerous when he can get his grappling going, whereas Emil, I haven't really seen any submission game from Emil. I'm picking Gomis. I think Gomis is gonna win. Pretty confident Gomis here to win. I hope I'm wrong though. I do like Hyder Mill. I like his fighting style. He's really exciting to watch. But I gotta go with Gomis here. I think Gomis is gonna win. Probably a boring decision. Probably just gonna dance around, move around, and just do enough to win by maybe 29, 28. Gomis and Ribowicz was my early parlay when the line dropped. Ribowicz was like plus 200, right? So a lot of money came in on Ribowicz because he was like plus 200 and plus 200 at opening lines. I mean, the opening lines is actually a big underdog. I took 4 years of Spanish and the stuff I can remember. I don't know anything Spanish. I can't speak Spanish. How long does it take you 4 years to learn Spanish though? Definitely cashing. I think this one's gonna cash. Pinto minus 350. I think he's gonna win. I mean, probably. I've seen him go the distance before, so I don't know if he's gonna finish. I think he should finish off the lane. If Tafa can finish you, I think he's gonna be able to finish him. I like that parlay. Honestly, that's a pretty solid parlay. Yeah, let's see what the props are for this one. Hyder Mo plus 160, Gamiz minus 185. I think Gamiz is not a bad parlay piece. I mean, him and maybe him and what's his name, Danny Silva, or him and Chepe. Maybe him and Danny Silva. Ribuix is kind of like his line's actually getting crazy, but Ribuix doesn't lose fights when he's only striking. Like if you're just gonna stand and strike with Ribuix, he doesn't lose those fights. I like Gamiz. I think Gamiz is gonna win. But Mill's gonna be fucking in his face though, so he's gonna have some scary moments in that fight. But I do favor him winning this one by decision. Gamiz by decision minus 115. I like the money line more than by this props. I mean, if it was plus money, it'd be one thing, but it's not plus money. I want Hyder Mo to win. Oh, France. I mean, I've been fading Gamiz, I mean, for the past few fights, but the guy knows how to win. Clearly, he knows how to win, and he's really good. He looks pretty good right now. Gamiz. He looks like he's in pretty good shape right now. Hopefully, he doesn't miss weight because he missed. He was actually supposed to fight John Silva. You guys remember that? He was supposed to fight John Silva, and I was actually picking him over John Silva. Crazy how things change, right? He was supposed to fight John Silva on that Pantoja versus Usyk card in Brazil. Lucky for him, that fight never happened, right? Imagine that fight happened. Would be talking about Gamiz. He'd probably be coming off a knockout loss to John Silva. Imagine they made this matchup now. What do you guys think what would the odds be right now for John Silva versus Gamiz? I'm gonna say like minus 250 for John Silva if they made this matchup now. I think John Silva would be like minus 250 or even more than that. But lucky for Gamiz, that fight never happened. I mean, he had a terrible weight cut there, so they ended up canceling it. He got lucky there for sure. I'm gonna pick Gamiz. I think Gamiz is gonna win. Moneyline's not a bad parlay piece, honestly. And he fights really safe, man. He fights like Yusuf Jalal. Like, he's gonna use it for work. He's not really gonna stand there and against Hyder Mill and just let him punch in the face. He's gonna be moving. He's gonna be cutting angles. He's got really good kickboxing, so and he can level change and take him down probably also. We've seen him just control Brito in the first round. And if you can control Brito, I think you can control him. I think Brito beat him, bro, but the fact that he even like it was that close shows that Gamiz is really good. I had a parlay with Brito and Battle and I think Morgan Charrier. And I was kind of pissed off. I mean, like that they gave it to Gamiz, but it was close enough. I think Gamiz won the first round. He won the third round. So honestly, like he got controlled for like 7 minutes. To be fair, but he was the one landing the better shot at that range. I mean, I watched the fight back, and I think it was he was able to land the better shots. I mean, but it was close enough. They could have gave it to Brito, but he was at home, so I can't even disagree. I mean, it was close enough, so can't really say it was a robbery. Brito beat Gamiz. I don't care. I had him in a parlays, but it happens, right? It is what it is. Ain't no one losing to the Frenchman or a French Canadian this card. I think Gamil's gonna lose to him. I think he's gonna lose to him because Gamiz just has a really frustrating style to fight. Like the Korean Tiger just stood him. You just like the Gamil needs you to like be backed up against the fence. That's where he can do really well. And I don't know if I see him. I don't think Gamiz is gonna let him pressure him back. He's gonna be able to level change, mix it up. He's gonna be able to land high kicks, body kicks, leg kicks. He's got so many weapons, I feel like. Is the poll still up right now for Barlow? Okay. I didn't do a poll for this one. We don't really need one. All right, let's do this one. We got Austin Lane taking on Mario Pinto. This should be fun, honestly. Pinto. We'll see how he looks. Lane got his first win. Lane, are you picking Lane? Or are you not picking Lane here? Into it. Lane Hider ain't that butcher though. Pinto's a savage. Yeah, Pinto's he's gonna run through fucking Lane. I don't think Lane's gonna win this one. Like he beat our Despain, I mean, by just taking him down. I mean, Pinto actually has good takedown defense. Or like I've seen him go 5 rounds before. So he's got good cardio. He can wrestle, and he could probably take down Austin Lane if he wants to. But I just want to just keep it on the feet and just snipe him. I think he's gonna be able to find counters on Austin Lane, who's gonna be tired, trying to hold him down early. And I don't see him holding down Pinto. This is a pretty easy one. I mean, he's 26-year-old. The guy is in his prime right now. At heavyweight, I mean, 26 years old, is really young at 26 years old. If Denise can knock him out, I mean, so can Tafa, so can Pinto. I'm going Pinto by probably like a first or second on KO. Maybe I'm gonna say second on. I could see him knocking him out in the second on. I think Lane's gonna look to wrestle. He's gonna get really tired, trying to shoot desperate takedowns, and I can see Pinto countering him, and he's trying to rush in for a takedown. Close enough. Pinto KO the stars of Spain. Could never be. He's fighting Karate Combat now. I mean, good for him. He's actually doing okay. He's making money in Karate Combat, getting some knockouts. I mean, he's fighting like some absolute bums in Karate Combat, but fair play to Spain. And like guys in MMA, I mean, MMA doesn't have any takedown defense, so he's like his takedown defense was never gonna get better at the age that he's at right now. Dana needs prospects. A heavyweight Pinto setup fight. Yeah, I do think it's a setup fight. I mean, but Lane's last fight was a setup fight too, so you can't like completely write him off. But the way he won that fight, I mean, just spamming takedowns, and he couldn't really get a finish over to Spain. It'd be one thing if you could like posture up, throw ground and pound, and get him out of there. Then I'd be like, okay, if you can get a takedown Pinto, he's probably gonna be live for a submission or a KO. But the fact that he wasn't anywhere close to finishing him goes to show me that Pinto, even if he gets taken on early, he's going to be able to work his way back up, and he's going to be able to knock him, hurt him on the feet. So Pinto by KO is the pick. The lines are like minus 500. I mean, I think it's like minus 400. Minus 450 for Pinto. Fight goes to just plus 275. I think that's not going to go the distance. Minus 350 for fight ends inside the distance. Pinto first or second on KO on FanDuel, DraftKings, and they drop the props later. I think he's gonna hurt him early and finish him off. Pinto by KO minus 140. Honestly, Pinto by KO, Barlow by KO. Those are pretty good. I see both of them finding a KO, so that's gonna be the pick for this one. Now we got Nazareth Haqparast versus Esteban Ribovics. Man, we've seen so much money coming in on Ribovics, and we cast the plus 3.5 over Jahuber at UFC Noche. It wasn't a good night for me because I bet O'Malley, I bet Manuel Torres on that card, so it wasn't the best night of me. But one of the best I did cash that night was Ribovics plus 3.5. That was easy money. I mean, plus 3.5. There's no way he's gonna lose 30-27 over Joe Huber. He actually won that fight. He came back and he was losing the early exchanges, and he came back almost. He should have knocked out Joe Huber. I mean, I don't know why the ref didn't stop the fight. They honestly could have stopped the fight. They could have. I mean, he was so close to getting a stoppage there. The chat's picking Pinto at 86%, and the rest of them going with Lane. All right, let's do the poll for this one. Nazareth, actually bet on Nazareth and had him in a parlay by decision, and for Nad by decision, that was like plus 400. And I don't think he beat Jared Gordon. We got lucky on that one. Nazareth Esteban. The only time Ribovics lost the fight was when he's getting taken down over and over. Like, he got taken down by Kamala Kirk in the first round, and Kamala Kirk only has cardio for one round. And Haqparast doesn't really shoot enough takedowns to hold him down. I don't think he's going to be able to hold him down for 15 minutes. He might be able to get a takedown here and there, maybe early, because Ribovics' takedown defense is still kind of suspect, but Hack press really that's really not his game, right? Shooting takedowns and wrestling for a whole 15 minutes. I think Red Brooks gonna win this one, probably by KO. I'm going Red Brooks by KO. I think he's gonna put him out of there. I think he's gonna get him out of there later, maybe second, third round. I think he's gonna just hurt him, then he's gonna just put it on him. I don't think he's gonna let him off the hook. Red Brooks by KO. I think that's not a bad play in this one. Maybe KO, Red Brooks by KO, or this isn't. I mean, if that's not like minus, that's probably gonna be like minus 200 prop. Under 2.5 rounds and plus 170. I mean, hack press is pretty tough though. But I can just see Rebooks breaking him later. Rebooks by KO. Plus 300. Honestly, that's not bad. Plus 300 for Rebooks by KO. He's the only one that's gonna find a finish in this fight. I don't see hack press finishing him. I think the KO for Esteban is super live. I mean, DraftKings and FanDuel, they should have the KO at like plus 400. So like maybe look at that in the later this week when they drop the props. Because bet online people, the money people always bet the props early. So bet online, you don't get the best value in props in bet online once you get in early. Like early was like plus 325, which is not bad. I might put like $50 on that KO for Rebooks because I think it's gonna. I see him being live for a KO. Like Joe Huber is really tough, man. Like no one can finish Joe Huber. Like people rock Joe Huber, but like he knows how to survive. And he was actually hurting Loic Rizabov on the feet too. But Rizabov can wrestle and he's a fucking absolute beast. He's actually really big for the weight class. And that was actually his UFC debut. And he's been live. I mean, he knocked out Terrence McKinney and I actually played the second on KO for Rebooks there. That kind of pissed me off that he knocked him out early. But and he was close to finishing Joe Huber. So I know some referees probably would have stopped the fight. The only reason they probably didn't stop the fight was because they're in a UFC no chain. It was Mexican Independence Day, I think it was. So they don't want to. They wanted Joe Huber to win, I guess. So they don't want to stop the fight there. But I think it's gonna be super live for a KO. I'm picking second, third round KO for Rebooks. All right, guys, let's move on. We got Cody Brandes taking on Julian Marquez. I want to see you guys are picking this one. I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing who you guys are on this one. Brandes. I can't believe I have to pick Brandes here, and I'm actually picking Brandes. Brandes is so the underdog. I mean, should he be underdog? Probably. The only reason I feel like he's underdog is because he quits out there. He just folds and he looks for the door. Because if he wasn't a quitter, like I don't think it'd be underdog. I think he was like minus 200, like maybe minus 180 here. But the only reason he's underdog is because he fucking quits when he doesn't like the way things are going. But yeah, Marcos hasn't looked good in a while, so I'm picking Brandes here. I think he's gonna be able to put him out of there early. I'm going Brandes by first round KO. Hopefully it's a DQ. I mean, I'll take a DQ if it's a disqualification. I mean, we at least that's on the table too. I mean, Brandes, if he doesn't knock out him, he's gonna be looking for that DQ. So either way, we might be able to catch that KO on Brandes. Like Brandes not bad. It just like when things go sideways, if you can weather the early storm from Brandes, and that's when he'll just like look for the door. Like he's got skills. He's actually got knockout power. He knocked out almost knocked out Vieira in the first round. He was actually taking on Michal Oleksiejczuk, then he just folded when he lost position to Mikhail Oleksiejczuk. Knocked out Tresean Gore. I mean, not honestly, if you can knock out Tresean Gore, I think you can knock out Marquez. And Marquez seems like he's not really doing this full time anymore. He's doing this part time now for a paycheck. Hate to say it, but I think Brandes. Yeah, I'm gonna say Brandes. I think he's gonna win this one by first round KO. Maybe not even a DQ, right? I mean, that's on the table. I know, like I was so close to betting $10 on that Malkoun fight, Brandes by first round finish. I think it was like plus 1800. I was like, I don't know if I see it happening. I should have fucking done it because I knew there's a chance that there could be a disqualification. I really hate to admit it, but gotta go Brandes. Yeah, I just put a lucky 7.77 on the third round Rubik's KO. I think FanDuel, I'm gonna play the second, third round KO for Rubik's. But he might get it done early. I mean, the guy's got nasty high kicks, sneaky high kicks. So you can probably land one of those high kicks. I don't want to be like bet the second, third round, then like kick myself in the back for like if he finds a knockout early. I might just play the KO. It's plus 300. It's not bad. FanDuel should have it like plus 350. They have better props. I mean, FanDuel. Let's fucking go. Brandis split. I don't think this one's gonna go the distance. I mean, I don't see this one gonna go in the distance. Either Brandis gonna knock him out or he's gonna quit. That's the way I'm gonna break this fight down. So we're gonna find out early if he's gonna get the KO. If he can't put away Marcos early, Marcos is probably gonna submit him second on. He has sneaky submissions. I mean, the guy can grapple, but he hasn't looked good in a long time. Getting knocked up by Marc-Andre Barrio is not a good look. Getting knocked up by Jack Reese not really the best sign. Sam, bro, his last win was Sam Alvey. Like, what are we doing right now? And who the hell is this guy? Pitolo? I've never heard this guy. I've never seen this guy fight in the UFC. He went 1-5. Wow. I don't remember this guy at all. Yeah, I'm picking Brandis. I think Brandis is gonna win, and he's underdog, so I'll pick Brandis there. All right, guys. Main event of the evening. Now, make sure you guys like and subscribe. And yeah, that's a co-main. I mean, it is what it is, you know. They probably should have done Johnson versus Tamirov as a co-main, but it is what it is. I mean, they're probably just paying back Brandis for taking that nickel fight. That's probably why. And this feels like Brandis' bounce back spot for Brandis. I hope he finishes him in the first round. So I'm gonna play the KO first or second KO for Brandis. If he can't get him out of there early, he's probably gonna quit. All right, guys, let's talk about this fight. Now we got Manel Kape taking on Asul Mabayev. Let's see who the people are picking. I mean, so the chat's picking Brandis at 62% on the last one. All right, Mabayev, Asu versus Kape. Man, Asul Mabeyev's taking this fight at short notice. He's not bad. He can wrestle. His wrestling is okay. He's got pretty good submission game. Striking is not really all that good. Super low volume. I think Kape's going to win. I'm pretty confident Kape here. The more I think about it, I think Kape's taking defense has looked better. And even when he does get taken out, he's not really getting controlled. I mean, Makhachev couldn't really hold him down. Other guys, even Nicola, couldn't really hold him down for long. He's training over there, Extreme Couture. I think his taking defense is really solid. I'm actually kind of shocked that people are betting. I mean, I'm not really shocked that people are betting him because he's undefeated in the UFC. He's 4-0. He's fighting every couple of months. I mean, so he's been super active. But like finishing Odi Osborne, I mean, Manel Kape knocked him out in the first round. So we actually cast on the submission there. Then Vergara, I played him by submission of Vergara. He wasn't close. I don't think he was close to finishing Vergara. And on the feet, he was getting outstruck by Vergara on the feet. Johnson, I mean, I played him by submission over Johnson. He couldn't fucking submit him. Like he was going for submissions over Johnson, to be fair. Well, he just couldn't lock in the submission. Then Nicolau, I didn't play him, but I don't think I played him in that Nicolau fight. Maybe I did have him in parlay. I think I played the money line because I was like, I don't know if he's gonna be able to finish this guy. And Nicolau was like tough to submit, right? Like he knocked him down in the third round, which is kind of impressive, but in the first rounds, he threw like combined like 9 strikes. I mean, combined in the first rounds. It's like he's too patient, man. Like he's gonna look to level change. He's too patient. And the thing about Kape, I mean, the reason like I'm kind of like worried for Kape is like when he does fight guys that can wrestle, he kind of freezes out or like he doesn't really let his hands go because he's too worried about you shooting on him. That could happen here, maybe, but I think Kape's gonna win this one. I'm pretty confident. Like that's my only worry with Kape because he's like he'll kind of just freeze. I mean, in the Makhachev fight, he wasn't really throwing any punches in the first round. Like he's just waiting for Makhachev to shoot takedowns, like just waiting. I mean, so we might get something like that against Almabayev, but like he's the one on full camp here. He's training over there, Extreme Couture. His technique has gotten better. I mean, so we don't really see guys just taking him down, holding him down. Even guys that have taken him down, they've only controlled him for like 2 minutes. I mean, Nicolau only had 2 minutes of control over him. and Makai only had like 2 minutes 30 seconds of control. Makai was able to outstrike him because Manel Cap was just freezing out there, wasn't really letting his hands go. Like that's the only reason he lost the fight. Plus he was injured, so he broke his toe in that fight. I'm going Manel Cap. I don't know if he's gonna knock him out. I think Almabayev is really tough. I'm gonna say Manel Cap probably by 49-46 decision. In a real co-main if in WMA. Why did you have winning on the original matchup? I was picking I was gonna pick Royval. I mean, because I think Royval has like better jiu-jitsu than Manel Cap. I mean, Almabayev. And Royval can strike. I mean, he throws a ton of volume. I was gonna go Royval as underdog and use but he was injured, right? So I was leaning towards Royval there at plus 200. But it was going to be a tough matchup for him. It wasn't going to be easy for Royval either because Manel Cap has knockout power, and Royval doesn't really have the same like power in his hands like Manel Cap. Whereas Coleman never maybe next to WMA. I mean, it's probably going to be an entertaining fight. So I can understand why they have that as a co-main. Someone's going to get finished for sure. It's on the Apex, so it is what it is, you know. But I feel like if I could do the card placement, I would probably have Johnson versus Tamirov as a co-main. And I think Johnson deserves it at this point. Guys, I'm picking Manel Cap here. I think he's going to win. So as long as he doesn't just fucking freeze out there like Ivici has done in the past, I think he can pull this one off. So Manel Cap on full camp here. He's already here and he was supposed to be fighting on this card. Almabayev training out of this. Is he training on the same team as Shavkat or is it a different team? Okay, he's the one that trains out of the Shavkat team, not Tamirov. I don't think Tamirov trains out of the team, so he's the one that trains out of Shavkat, the same team as Shavkat Rakhmonov. Manel Cap minus 205 right now. Money's coming in on Almabayev. Like I get it, he's undefeated. He can wrestle. He can strike a bit, but I don't think he's gonna throw enough volume to win. He's gonna have to finish him by submission. Over 3.5 rounds, minus 225, 240. I think it goes over. I favor it going over. If I go the distance, minus 130, 135. Like Manel Cap has power, but he's gonna have to land a flying knee or something up the middle to knock him out with one shot. Because Almabayev has a chin. He's not like he's in fighting shape, so I don't think he's just gonna fold easy. I'm gonna say it goes the distance. I think it goes the distance. It's a flyweight matchup, so I think it goes the distance. Royval needs to fight main events in Mexico City with his experience in the conditioning. He's injured right now, so I don't know when he's gonna be back. Not sure when he's gonna be back soon. Probably in the next few months. Yeah, the winner of this match was gonna be fighting for the belt because there's really no one else for Pantoja right now. And McClop already fought Pantoja. It was a close matchup. Let's see. I'm picking Cop by decision. So those are my predictions, guys. And I'm gonna be out of here, guys. We've been here almost 90 minutes. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And I'll probably do a live stream later this week, probably Friday or maybe Thursday. Probably Friday. I'm probably gonna do a live stream Friday after the weigh-ins, and we'll do a final preview for UFC for this card. Then I'll be live for this card on Saturday. So I'll see you guys then. Have a good week, guys. Stay safe out there. Stay healthy. See you guys in the next one. Later.